I have to say that I very much appreciate the close collaboration and cooperation with CEPS and the fact that more or less at the time when we've been announcing the Energy Union strategy, you've been opening your climate house, and the interaction we had and the debates you generated, and also the assessment which are see as a very, very fair one we aim at is modernization of our energy sectors, making sure that they are well aligned with our climate policies, and that our overall goal is to be responsibly socially, to be responsibly from the point of view of competitiveness of European economy, and it's our common task because none of our member states is big enough to do it on its own.
There's a need for really scaling up this technology quite rapidly, and therefore it's important to think about strategic value chains and keeping them in Europe, or at least looking also, if you're not keeping them in Europe, it's important to incorporate also emissions from other countries, so within the trade issue.
Public procurement has a quite large potential as a decarbonization policy because public purchasers can exploit their purchasing power and purchasing decisions to create markets for low carbon products, services and practices.
I picked up quite some positive elements on technology, what we heard in transport. Also we showed what we are doing in steel and what we recently have communicated in our carbon report. So I think the solutions are definitely there.
There is more and more appetite for the low carbon transformation. There are lots of questions, very relevant, very pertinent, very legitimate, but I haven't heard any question that I think Europe cannot answer. The big question is, can we create a model which is attractive to the rest of the world so that we persuade the rest of the world to move towards decarbonization in the same way Europe is doing?
I think the energy challenges facing much of Asia, where energy demand is growing rapidly and where carbon emissions are growing rapidly, the challenges there are quite different to the challenges faced here in the EU. It's perhaps one message, and perhaps the message I took most from the conversation was just the commitment here within the European Union to play a leadership role in terms of leading to a low carbon energy system.
Instead of talking about the future of gas, we should be talking about how can we replace the services that are currently provided by natural gas in a climate neutral way. I'm talking about delivery of warm homes, for example, or high temperature heat, or a stable energy supply.
It seems to me that Europe should give gas industry a chance to go through this transformation, to find its path in the energy transition. The real concerns about the future of gas and the question about going full electric, it was raised several times. So it could well be such an outcome that by 2040, 2050, Europeans are saying, thank you guys, we don't need your gas any longer.